So guys, welcome back to another repotting video. Get my repotting done before spring, as all the buds on my trees are out and ready now. Once we get a new spurt of warm weather, I think they'll definitely come out. So this here is my cork, sorry, where that came from. This here is my cork bark elm. Really nice bit of bark here. I don't know how many videos, I don't think I've done any real videos on this obviously yet, but it's a really nice tree. I got it from Elm Bonsai, I believe so, but it came in this training pot. It's not bad, this training pot, it's done well. It's got a nice layer of moss, but I think I do want to give it a clean up and move it into this pot right here, which isn't too similar in size. It's quite deep. I think it'll make the tree look a lot more presentable. So yeah, let me just try and pull it out. Okay, so it's not going to. Don't think it. Oh, it will. There you go. It's going to come out. So I'm not sure really how long ago this tree was repotted. It doesn't. It looks like a fair while ago. I'm actually going to try and save some of this moss. Because, you know, moss is moss. Who doesn't love a bit of moss? I might be able to put it back on the tree near the end. It looks like it's been planted in pure akadama, this tree here. So we'll just take all of this moss off, give it a clean up around the trunk, and take a look at the tree. Now, possibly actually going to be, seems like there's quite a lot of roots in this one actually, because this is really quite solid. So I'm not looking like with my Chinese elm that I did last video. I'm not looking to take off too many roots if I don't have to. Shit, there's a little damaged a root there. Shit. Careful. It's quite a nice possible, so it's got some nice surface roots. I'm sorry, not really in the camera angle there. Let me just nudge it down a little bit. It's got some really nice surface roots actually, that could turn into a really nice bit of nabari if we're lucky. I'm just going to slowly but surely rake away all of this added soil and going at the sides here and get some of this soil out. It's not so much that this tree needed a repot, but it's never really it's not gonna harm the tree too much, me moving it. At least I don't think so. Should just be able to trim the roots a little bit, so when spring comes along soon, we can have a bit more root growth. So anyway, some of these parts, like the Chinese elm one, I will speed up, put a little speed thing on it when I come to editing it. This root here, I don't really know what that's doing, as that doesn't actually have any fibrous ones on the end of it. But it's got a really nice root ball actually, this. I do apologise if it ever comes out of the camera, it moves around a lot when you're doing this. Keep moving the tree, keep having a look. Pull these roots out a bit, free them up. This is some nice soil that it's been put in, at least, unlike my Chinese elm, which was kind of in a lot more composty kind of soil. This one has definitely got a much nicer mix that it was planted in before. It did come from a slightly better source. So we're just going to very slowly massage away around the trunk of the tree, just to get. It's actually got quite a really nice big big root there. So we might be able to, there might be a bit of nabari under here that will make this tree a lot more interesting. Might have to take off some of these surface roots after we find out how much fibrous roots are attached to them. Obviously, don't want to take them off if I'm taking off a lot of good thin rooting at the bottom. But that's a really big. Look at the size of that. Look at the size of a finger. Let's take a bit more out from the back here. Really nice big one at the back as well here, you can see. Really nice big root there. Just gonna massage the soil a little bit with my hands instead. I don't know how much it will get out. Try and pull it apart gently. I don't want to damage the roots too much because I don't want to take off tons and tons of root. I just want to trim them a little bit, ready for the spring. Once this tree starts up again, starts producing new roots and shooting out the buds. I really like the nabari on this side actually, and this is actually the front, this bit here. So I'm actually going to make the decision to cut off that big root there. This one has it. It's got fibrous stuff on the end of it, but we've got plenty of nice roots. So we're going to take those two off there, I think, and I'm going to take out this bit, not all the way, just down to this. So we've still got some fibrous roots, so it's still providing us with something. There's a couple more roots here that I think we can take off from coming out of the base. Because I'm actually going to place this tree much higher in the pot than it actually was originally planted, because you can see the old level of the tree was about there, but we've actually got this nice big bulgy, nice tapered bit of tree here with this massive root coming out. So really I want the new root level, if I can, to preferably be about there, so you can just see the start of this root. And then as over the next couple of years I grow more fibrous roots down, we can extend the root base down, fibrous roots there, and then eventually this big surface root here can come up and be a bit of nabari on the top. I think that will look really nice. Right, so let's move all this soil over here out of the way, bring along our pot. I've already put the little mesh in the pot there. Now what I will do actually quickly is I'll just quickly pause the recording and get some strapping wires there quickly. Right, so I've got to do this somewhat quickly, as I've just realised that my battery on my phone is it's nearly dying actually. It just came out with the 10%, so we'll hopefully try and get this recording in just before it kills itself. So now this is quite a deep pot, so I'm going to put quite a bit in the bottom, because obviously we really want to bring this tree right up to the top, tuck all these roots in so we can expose these roots right on the surface. Now just realised that I think that might be a little too short. Alright then, let's try over this side, just enough. That's all I want, it is just enough to hold it in. I'll do this before I put all the soil in, unlike with my Chinese elm. So there we go, that should hold the tree in there. I think this is going to look really nice in this pot actually. We can always move the pot. I want to make sure we get all of the air pockets filled. Make sure there's no available. Make sure there's lots of soil around the roots. Basically, is what we want. So it all grows nicely. Contact with the soil and the roots is always great, especially when you're watering, obviously. So the roots are always getting water. Now there wasn't much. Space is too filled, so we're just gonna do a little more. Closer. Now there's a few poking out, very small little surface roots. Just want to cut them back. We don't really want them all poking out. Cover up that one there. So sorry. Move the camera around to the back here, so it's actually, I'll put it a little further to the back of the pot with this one. Hopefully there, that'll really like this big root coming out here. I think it's really going to put a bit more character into this tree, definitely. Taking off some of these little roots here, and then we'll pick up some of this stuff and just shove it in. Make sure we get as much covered nicely as we can. And then after, I will give it a nice water. That's definitely going to look much better. I'm not sure, I might be able to put a little bit of moss, take out the weeds and just keep the moss from the old pot, just to make it a little more presentable. See how that looks. Might not, we might have to leave it off for now. Make sure that we keep that surface root showing there, preferably, as that's the nice feature of the front of this tree. I may end up taking this moss off actually, because it might be better for the tree. I like moss on these trees, but not too much, obviously. You don't want to overcrowd it massively. There we go. Just put enough on there. It might hold a bit of moisture in for the tree, make it a bit more presentable. But I think that there is going to look quite nice actually, especially now we've exposed probably about an inch more tree onto the trunk. So there we go, guys. That is the finished product for now. I'll give it a water in a minute. But I think that looks really nice in that pot. I think that's going to look like a great tree when it comes out in leaf. All the buds are ready. I gave this one when I did my Chinese elm in the winter a big cut through and fished out all of the branches. We kind of made some pads here, and then the big pad, it's only shohin size, so it's not got massive pads. It's enough done to this tree for the year. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.